ladies and gentlemen, to the Prep 2023 Senior Night. We're here to celebrate the players and the coaches and parents of the Prep 2023 Seniors. What an interesting 4 years of being impressed and being victorious throughout. The players here will be graduating from Prospect, Rolling Meadows, and Elko High School in the fall, and they wish them back to us. They will always be part of my family, and we look forward to hearing about their adventures. First up is number 79, County Leaders, goalers from Rolling Meadows. Starts at Northern Michigan University, a major in multimedia. Next memory is driving state third in the game against the Devils, 22 teams, 6 on 3 for the last 1 hour of the game. Next up is alternate captain 15, Will Fields. Will's the right winger from Rolling Meadows. Boston State College played HCHA hockey, played some of his work to be a firefighter. Next memory is winning the league championship last year. Joined by Jay Martin and Richard Ferris. Number 21, Dean Postovich. The defenseman from Elk Grove, constituting case to Michigan State University. His advice is playing every game like it's your last. Joined by his gentleman staff. Number 28, Matthew Coffey. Defenseman from Prospect. Last goal is to take Coach Panos' job.
Yeah. Me and
Joyce
doing well.
Joyce did and Joyce is there.
You're not from the city, I can tell all day, did it by myself.
Number 39, Nick DeLay, goalie. Graduated from Prospect. To go to college and become a psychologist. His advice is don't overthink anything, just play hard. Joined by William Sarah from the Lake. Number 22, Vincenzo Giordano. He's a defenseman for Prospect. Went off college to major in business. His good advice is always play for your teammates. Joined by Frank and Lucy Giordano. Number 44, Jake Porter. Left winger, Coach Prospect. Got some business or finance in college. His next memory is winning the 2021 Ho-Ho tournament against some of the best teams in the state. Joined by Mike and Kristen. Number 25, Ryan Knox. Right winger for Prospect. Has to go to college for fall. Advice is don't do drugs, stay in school. I'm going to have to enjoy the ice. Alternate captain, number 27, Bird. The left winger, Coach Elk Grove. He'll be attending a 4-year university where he hopes to play hockey. He started playing hockey when he was 4 years old. Joined by Mike and Captain, number 3. Memory was winning the league championship in prep. Joined by Jim and Claudia. Number 1, Jason Beck. Goalie going into the trades afterwards to learn welding. This advice is season flies by and you enjoy every moment. Joined by Eric and Michelle. Number 98, Jacob Ruspinski. Winner, graduating Rolling Meadows. Goes to attend college and play college for senior hockey. His song choice is Eye of the Tiger, which is probably seen this song tonight. He's joined by Jack and Anya. The goal's alive. And last but not least, number 31, Paul Lucia. Forward, graduating from Elk Road, who also attended college this fall. His best memory is winning track showcase during COVID. Joined by Pascal and Mario. Everyone, please put your hands together for the Prep Seniors in 2023. Good luck in the playoffs. Thank you also to the Senior Night Committee, Coach Nancy, especially Lisa and Carrie, for putting everything together. Thank you.
And welcome to the Nicholas Sportsplex here in Mount Prospect, Illinois. I'm Ryan Contreras-Betts alongside Adam Griesel, bringing you Prep versus OPRF hockey here on this fine Friday evening. Tonight it's going to be Prep's senior night, so we're saluting all of their longtime veterans as they compile their final regular season game before heading into the playoffs as the first seed in the IHSL North Central Division. Well, Adam, obviously we know Prep is, on paper, a much better team than this OPRF squad. You know, Prep had a 25-0-3 league record compared to OPRF having an 11-14 league record. What is kind of your thoughts on the two differences in styles of play?
Yeah, so definitely OPRF is more focused on feeding the top guys. Aaron Jenkins in 24 games this year has gotten 17 goals with 21 assists. Their top scorer, Andrew McConville, 25 games this year with 20 goals and 16 assists on the season. And their number 3 guy, Elias Wallix, 25 games, 4 goals and Weston Kirk, 13 goals and 9 assists. They're looking to feed their top 3 guys to try to get them the puck and try to get on early in the game.
Absolutely, and to a degree that's similar to this Prep squad. Of course, the Lamberg, Beals, Melikranakis line, you know, for good 2-3 years now, they've been that top line constantly firing away. You know, Lamberg led the IHSHL North Central Division, 28 goals and 26 assists for 54 points. And obviously, they're going to be feeding him all night, Beals, Melikranakis. This Prep squad, they do have depth, however, and that's going to be very important for them to get ahead. We're going to be honest here, based on what we're looking at the goaltending matchups. I would assume that Prep is going to start Michael DeLay. He's 3rd in the entire league with a 1.14 goals against average, 4th in save percentage with a 941, and he has the most shutouts in the entire league with 7. The next closest has 6 shutouts, and that's from BGHW and Anthony Da Silva. But over for OPRF, their 2 goaltenders don't look so hot.
Yes, yeah. Both of them have played a substantial amount of games. Simon Ruff, with 9 starts, has let in a 2.54 goal average with a .901 save percentage. With Henry Mickus starting most of the games at 16 starts with a 3.26 goals allowed average with a .878 save percentage.
Yeah, absolutely. Those save percentages aren't too pretty compared to Michael DeLay's 941, which is absolutely stellar. So we're really going to be looking forward to these 2 squads, trying to see if OPRF can really pull out an underdog upset. You know, Prep in total games played this season, they're 36-2-6. They're ranked 8th in the state. This OPRF squad, they're not ranked. They're an unranked team. And in their total games, they're 21-27-1. They've been outscored 81-75 in the 3rd period, which is very interesting. So definitely you've got to look for them tightening it up in the 3rd period against this high-powered offense for Prep.
Definitely. And one key for OPRF here going into tonight is try to play very fast, get fast-paced, maybe get some goals, put Prep on their back heels, get them off the rocker. Try to hit them hard in the first quarter and hopefully hold on for those 2nd and 3rd periods.
Absolutely. And one thing to note, too, if you're this OPRF squad, the coaches, I hope they looked at the scouting report and know that Prep has one of the best power plays in the state. They're absolutely electric. And so they've got to be careful. One of their leading scorers in David Peel, he has 101 penalty minutes in 36 total games. You got to stay disciplined. You cannot go to the box against this Prep squad. As we broadcast just a couple of weeks ago against BGHW, BGHW started getting momentum. They were about to tie the game back up, and then Caleb Birkencotter took a costly penalty. Prep went on the man advantage, and that game was over after that.
Yes, it's definitely up to OPRF to kind of eliminate those mental mistakes and try to keep and play a very clean hockey game here.
Absolutely. Just moments away from puck drop here. On this senior night, this prep crowd is looking pretty good tonight. Interesting tonight it will not be Mike DeLay getting the start. They're going to give the start to Jason Pett, the senior. He's only played in 2 games this year with 1 start, but he does have a 1.20 goals against average, but an .895 save percentage. For OPRF, we're waiting to see which of their goalies is going to get started. It's going to be Simon Ruff. As we mentioned, he's got a 2.54 goals against average and .901 save percentage. Beals, Melchernakis, and Lamberg line out there to start for Prep. Face off 1. As Albrecht fires it across to Lamberg. Lamberg is going to find Beals cutting in across center ice. He dances around 1 before it's poked away. Ferraro chips it ahead, and it just misses McConville. Now back to recover is Prep. Here comes Lamberg skating along the right wing boards. Fires a shot just past the streak of Beals. Melchernakis now to get it. Passes it back to Lamberg. Lamberg takes a long wrist shot from the point. Fires it wide. Kosovic, my apologies. Kosovic pinches back up. Pinned against the boards. And he's able to get it out. Lamberg trying to find Beals. Stripped of the puck. McConville trying to strip it from Melchernakis. He can't. Kept in by Kosovic before chipped out by OPRF. Now here's Melchernakis. Fights through 1 stick lift. Skating around the right wing boards. Fires. Pad save made by Ruff. Now here comes OPRF on the breakout. Sticked away by Beals.
That's a costly turnover there for OPRF. They had some momentum after that block there, but now Prep's got the advantage here.
Melchernakis takes a fired shot. Blocker save made by Ruff. Fired a shot and a right pad save by Ruff again. Now Hensley down to get it. Loses the puck there to Kirk. Kirk loses it again. Now it's fired back in to Layton. Layton rings it around the boards before it's turned over to Rozanski. Noss fires in front of the net. Nothing going. Now here's Metric skating along the left wing boards. Trying to dance around 1. He's got no help. Fire shot just wide of Pett.
And this Prep team is keeping the heat on OPRF. They are making sure to keep them tired on defense. Most of the time so far in this first period has been on OPRF's side.
Turnover in the defensive zone from Prep. Don't see that too often here. Stripped of the puck by McConville. McConville's hit hard from behind. Rozanski pats him on the head. Comes back to Gilman. Gilman dances, just fires it down low. It's going to come out to Prep. Board battle now. Sticked away. Some good forecheck here from OPRF. But he can't corral the puck.
Again, OPRF has had a lot of shots here on goal. They've got a lot of time here down on Prep's side, but they just have not been able to finish. They have not been able to complete what they've tried to start it here.
Absolutely. They haven't gotten very many shots to get to Pett. But so far, he's looking solid. Shots are 2-1 in favor of Prep so far. Early on, centering attempt just misses. Here comes a 2-on-3 here. OPRF is just going to dump it in. Peel will forecheck in low. Before it's stripped away and brought out by Dawson. Dawson rings it around. It's going to be Freeman who's going to take a snapshot from the point just wide of Pett. Now Kosovic. Kosovic's going to try to find Giordano along the line. Slap shot. Ooh, just misses Pett. Hit a couple of deflections in front. Borcher's going to fire it to Kosovic. Kosovic's going to turn the puck over to Lane before a nice stick check in low. Kosovic's going to dance around 1 man in center ice. Dumps it off to Albrecht. Albrecht's going to take a wrist shot that's sticked away by Peel. Centering attempt, no one home. Kranakis picks up the loose change in front, and Prep takes a 1-0 lead 4 minutes into the first period.
And that's a tough position to be in for OPRF right now. Already 4 minutes in, and Prep's already scored. Simon Ruff tried to do a great job there, but again, Prep had so many people down there putting in the shots that he just got overwhelmed, and they stuck one in there.
That was a great rebound by Melchernakis, who fires it in for his 16th goal of the season. And Prep, known for starting games out quickly, does so yet again here. As now Beals strips Jenkins of the puck before it comes back to Williams. Before a costly turnover to Beals. Beals is going to be stripped of the puck. Shot by Jasinski is sticked away by Jenkins. Some really good forecheck from Melchernakis, who just got the goal. Slap shot from Jasinski just wide. Lamberg's going to try a centering attempt. Misses Beals, his intended target. Jasinski, a shot off the crossbar. Went through traffic. Lamberg's going to fire it around to Melikernakis behind the net. Misses his intended target. Ferraro now dumps it off to Jenkins. Jenkins, almost dances around Jasinski with speed before stripping him of the puck. Jenkins, a shot. Great block out in front. I believe that's Giordano in front who blocked that. It is.
And again, props to the Prep goalie, number 1.
Jason Pett.
Jason Pett. I mean, he's done an amazing job so far in this game, being able to block those shots and keeping the advantage towards Prep here.
Absolutely, as the puck's fired down low behind the OPRF net. Turnover, Hensley with a shot. Just off the stick. Shot again, soaked up by Ruff. 9:40 to go here in the first period. 1-0 in favor of Prep.
And again, the story of this game has been all about time and possession here. Prep has had the puck under control for much longer than OPRF is here, and it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to adjust here later in this first period.
Turns it over. Here's Albrecht walking in, trying to find Noss. Passes behind him. Noss now hounded, loses the puck. Centering attempt, no one was home. It's fired through the crease. Dumped out, Kosovic now, trying to regain for Prep. Before it's turned over. Hip check, just misses. Albrecht now. Trying to find an open man, he finds Noss. Noss skating through center ice. Play will be blown dead, a delayed offsides call. Faceoff will come to the left faceoff circle in the neutral zone. Couple of sloppy turnovers out in front. OPRF's going to win the faceoff. Here's Kirk. Kirk bursting in with speed along the right wing boards. Still controls the puck, sticked away by Pett. Second shot of the game for OPRF. Gilman now is going to try to find Kirk again along the right wing boards, just out of his reach. Sticked across, knocked down. Dawson pinches up at the blue line, trying to keep it in. Puck battle down along the right wing boards before it's taken out by Horcher. Horcher, a shot. It's blocked in front. Pass intended for Kirk. Just misses. A nice drop pass before it's sticked aside by Horcher. Horcher's just going to fire it back into his own defensive zone to Jasinski. Jasinski spins around one, but fires it towards the bench. Prep was in the midst of a change. Jasinski back with it again. Kirk's going to try to keep it onside. He can't. And now here comes Lamberg. Lamberg trying to skate around Leshnok. He can't. Passes it off to Beals. Beals' pass hits off the skate of Leshnok. Jenkins dumps it before it's fired aside. Now here's Beals. It's a 3-on-1 for Prep. Beals to Lamberg to Melikernakis. Fired just wide. Melikernakis looking for his second goal of the game. Misses. Melikernakis now at the left point. One-timer, a pass to Lamberg. He scores!
I mean, great possession there by Prep. Really put OPRF off. They had that 3-on-1 advantage they missed on that first drive, but then that second shot that they had, great center and great finish there by Prep to score that second goal already with a little over a half of this first period already done with.
Nick Lamberg already first in the IHSHL North Central Division in points. Adds a goal, his 29th of the season, to put Prep up 2-0 here in this first period. That first line for Prep has been so good. The seniors on senior night really showing out so far tonight. Albrecht danced around a few with speed. He finds Noss. Noss tries to dance around one. He can't. Jasinski, it's fired in low. Couple of nice saves by Ruff before it's finally brought out.
This OPRF defense is really struggling here against Prep. They have not been able to keep it away from Simon Ruff here, and it's just been putting their goalie in a very tough position. And, I mean, he's doing the best he can, but already 2 goals here. Not what OPRF was planning for today.
Definitely not what their anticipated plan of action was. Simon Ruff, he's been facing a lot of shots. He just soaked up another one there. Face off one by Prep again. Noss with it. Dumps it down low. Chips it behind the net. Centering attempt for Noss. It's going to chip out to Giordano at the point. Giordano's slap shot in is going to be blocked away by Jenkins. Here comes OPRF on their first attack in a while. Ferraro is going to try to dump it to McConville. McConville is just going to ring it around to Jenkins behind the Prep net. Jenkins is knocked off the puck by Noss and Giordano. Comes back, a wraparound attempt. Just misses. Hits on the outside of the post there. It's going to find its way out to Giordano. Stick loose. Shot blocked away. Jenkins with another shot on goal. Late away. And a race for the puck now between Rozansky, Wallach.
And again, props to this Prep defense, then stopping a lot of attacks from this OPRF offense. Again, OPRF has had a lot of opportunities to try and score some goals here, try to cut into the lead, but they just have not been able to. This Prep defense and their goalie, Jason Pett, has just been doing an amazing job holding them off right now.
Well, we've got some, and we'll see the OPRF power play unit get to work here, trying to get a little bit of offense going.
Man, OPRF really needed that one here.
Or not. They'll pass that off to Kirk. Wins the face-off back to Way Henrys. Way Henrys is going to play catch along the blue line. Sticks around one pass. Fired shot. Blocked away by Dawson. Shot from Way Henrys. Way Henrys now has it. Got the pass from Gilman. Sticked in low. Albrecht's going to fire it all the way down for the first clear of this penalty kill. We've talked about this Prep power play being good, but their penalty kill is pretty solid as well. And they're known for having a high-powered shorthanded attack. We've seen plenty of shorthanded goals from them. Metric dances in with speed across center ice. Drop pass to Gilman. Gilman's going to try a flip pass. Albrecht will intercept it and fire, or Dawson will intercept it and fire it down. 1:13 here to go on the OPRF power play. It's going to miss Wee Henrys in front. Scoria is going to be his pass centering attempt is whiff on a shot. Layton can't pinch up on it. Now he has it. A shot save made by Pett.
Great save there by Pett. Really killing the momentum that OPRF had coming into this power play. With 56 seconds left here, they have not really been able to do much, and Prep has done a great job of being able to hold them off in this power play.
Absolutely. So far, only one shot on goal for this OPRF power play unit. Got to get some more shots on goal. Face off one to Wallach. Wallach is going to pass it down low again to Jenkins. Jenkins is going to spin around Rozinski. Pass is just out of the reach. Looks like Melikernakis is just going to dump it all the way down. Horcher in to chase after it against Wallach. Wallach shakes off one check. He's going to pass it along to Kirk. Little too hot to handle, but it comes out to Peel. Peel is going to find a centering attempt to Jenkins. Catches it on the backhand. He's going to dance in. Skates around one. Finds an open man in front. Peel just couldn't get a shot off. That was Kirk, my apologies. Wallach flings it across to Way Henrys. Shot, save made by Pett again. Melikernakis tries to clear. He can't. Dancing around the point is McConville. McConville centering attempt to Jenkins. Jenkins' shot is sticked away by Horcher.
5 seconds left here in this power play, and this Prep defense has done just a great job of blocking all of OPRF's shots on this pass attack here. And that's going to be it for the power play. Nothing come of it for OPRF.
Back to even strength there as the play goes off sides. Wallach tried to keep it into the point before it just jumped over his stick.
And what play by Jason. 30 seconds, but he held strong and held OPRF to no goals during that power play, and that was huge.
For Kirk just misses Jenkins as it comes around to Lamberg. For Wallach now has it. Wallach just fires it back in low. Albrecht throws it across to Kosovic. Kosovic skating in with speed along the left wing boards. Pass is sticked away by Jenkins before as Wallach goes into cover. Melikernakis now in the right corner. Shakes off a check from Way Henrys. Pass out to Kosovic. Kosovic, a long wrist shot. Save made by Ruff. Beals throws it to Albrecht. Back to Beals. Loose before it's cleared.
I mean, Melikernakis could not get his head around during that one. Very fortunate for OPRS because you know how great of a player he is. And if he had seen that puck just a little bit.
Albrecht Throws it back to Melikanakis. Trying to find his man Kosovic along the boards. He can't. And now here comes a 2-on-1 for OPRF. McConville looking for the pass from Peel. One-timer, he fans.
So unfortunate whiffs there have just been the downfall of OPRF in this first period.
That'll be an icing with 2:14 here left in the first period. And man, looked like OPRF really had a chance to knock one home. Pet was not in position for that save. I mean, not much you can do on that clear of a 2-on-1. That was a poor pass across from Peel. It was a flittering pass. Couldn't get any wood on it.
Again, those missed opportunities, huge for OPRF. They really need to kind of connect on some of these.
Some action down low as Noss tries to fight with it. Puck's going to come out to Hensley. It's going to be a 2-on-2. Rozanski's going to try to dance around before Hensley gets it. Hensley dances around, firing to Noss, who can't hold on to the puck. Comes out. Save made by Ruff.
Great save there by Ruff. Really had him on the back foot, but he was able to keep it in check, get that huge save, and that is huge for OPRF. Kind of lets them get a little bit more rest and lets them kind of regroup and try to stop this awesome prep attack.
Thought Rozanski had a goal there, as it looked like Ruff thought it as well. Was lost in his 5-hole. Metric takes a big hit along the right wing boards. Puck is fired along the boards to Hensley. Hensley's going to find
a 3-on-2 here.
Noss dances around one. Great stick by Layton to knock away the puck. Now Freeman's going to hit a rut in the ice. Pass is going to come back to Jasinski. Jasinski, a long wrist shot, tipped in front, he scores! Wow. I cannot tell if that hit an OPRF stick, but for now it seems like they're giving the goal to Rosinski, who's going to celebrate with his crew.
I mean, that is a huge shot. 1 minute left in this first period. All OPRF needed to do was hold on for one more minute. But Rozanski with an amazing slap shot from the blue. I mean, what a play, what a shot. And that is that's gonna be very costly for OPRF here with 1 minute left in this first period.
Cannot tell who deflected that puck in front, but looks like they're celebrating for Jasinski, the senior, again on senior night. So as of right now, we believe it's all three seniors who have scored so far tonight. Matt Coffey tries to find pass in front, nothing going. Pass is going to find Kirk, who's going to break in on a mini breakaway. He's going to go to the backhand. Save made by Pet.
Huge save there by Pet. Stopped a lot of momentum for OPRF, and now Prep's going to be able to counterattack here.
Ooh. Puck is fired straight into the OPRF bench. Faceoff will come to the neutral zone. Skorvra, also another senior, lost it on the backhand, and they're going to bring the puck to center ice for the faceoff. 44 seconds to go here in this high-intensity first period. Pass just past the outstretched stick of Kirk, as now Albrecht is stripped of the puck by Kirk. A really good back check, trying to keep offensive zone pressure. Pass is just going to be out of the reach before he dances around one, before McConville back to get it. Now Gilman. Gilman looking for a pass. He's just going to find McConville again. Turned over to Dawson. Dawson, a shot blocker save made by Ruff. Couple of bad turnovers we've seen early on in this game from OPRF. Almost cost them yet again there. Gilman's just going to fire it in around the boards. With 4 seconds to go here in the first period, Kirk is going to lay a check in the corner, and the period will come to a close. Well, after one period, we got a 3-0 game in favor of Prep. What are your thoughts so far, how this first period has transpired?
Well, the story of this first period has just been the Prep offense. They have just been electric. They've been attacking hard. They have never let their foot off the gas, and it's just been too much for OPRF to handle. They've also gotten a lot of help from costly turnovers and just missed opportunities by OPRF. OPRF had plenty of opportunities like that 2-on-1 that they missed, and that fast break by Kirk that he also missed. And they just had so many opportunities to try and score here. They just have not been able to finish strong.
Well, we're going to keep looking for this OPRF squad as the sides change. It's going to be the period of the long change for both squads here in this second period. We'll see if that affects the stamina of either team.
Again, one thing to look out for here is how OPRF is going to adjust to that electric prep offense, how their defense is going to react, if they're going to put maybe one more person back on defense, or maybe play a little bit more defense to kind of hold them off, because right now 3-0, and it's not going to get any more prettier going into these second periods.
Well, face-off won by OPRF. A drop pass from Kirk to McConville, sticked aside. Layton's going to try to keep it in. He can't. It's sticked away by Beals. Now here's Melikranakis bursting with speed. The right-handed shot goes to the backhand, tries to chip it around Wallachs. He can't. Melikranakis hounded by 2 men in low. Here comes OPRF, 3-on-2, odd man rush developing. Could have been a 2-on-1, but McConville seems to have lost an edge, or maybe he's lost a blade. He has. McConville has lost a blade on the ice. He's trying to get to the bench, and Prep's going to try to take advantage of this. Layton keeps it in at the point. Long slap shot, tipped by Jenkins. Comes behind the net. Kosovic's going to flip it out. Lambert doesn't pitch, so Albrecht goes in to get it.
And it's very costly for OPRF here with McConville being out. He's one of their better players. And right now, Prep's going to have a good attack here.
Little bit of a tangle up there. No call made. Wallach's fighting in against Melikranakis. Layton's just going to ring it around the boards to Lane. Lane's going to skate in. Possible 3-on-2 developing again for OPRF. He's going to drop pass to Kirk. He's going to take a fired shot. It goes just wide. Dumped back low to Lane. Lane hounded by 2 again. Wraparound attempt. Can't go through. Hensley now breaks it out to Rozanski. Rozanski's going to dance around Layton with a really nice move. Takes a shot just wide of the post. Quick change on there for Noss. Rozanski's going to try to find Noss in front. Takes a weird deflection off of Ruff's stick before he covers basically behind the net.
Defense there by Ruff to kind of stop Prep's momentum, but the rest of OPRF really needs to get down to the field, get down the ice, and start to try to help Ruff, because he's been in a very tough situation this whole game. He's been having a lot of shots on him, and he's just been overwhelmed. It's been showing with these 3 goals right now with just 2 minutes into the second period.
Fired by Noss, blocked away by Weiss. Gets it on the backhand after the long flip attempt, blocked in front for Jacob Rozanski. That's going to be his 5th goal of the season, and Prep has a 4-0 lead.
And that is huge for Prep. That's horrible for OPRF. Again, their defense cannot withstand. Great slap shot there by Graziani, set up the goal by Rozanski. And again, you're just keeping Ruff overwhelmed. And OPRF has just had nothing to do with defense. They have not been able to help Ruff out, and that has just been the story of this game, with 4 goals already, with a little bit over 2 minutes already played in this second period.
Looks like Henry Mikas got the toolkit out, so that way they can work on McConville's broken skate blade. Another senior has scored. Jake Rozanski's also a senior. Senior night's been full of goals here. Albert's going to fling it in on the backhand. Wallach's in to get it with Jones. Now Jones is going to find a pass out front, just out of the reach of Peel. Peel trying to skate around Albrecht. Albrecht fights him off the puck nicely. Caught along the boards. Going to find a long wrist shot from the point from Leshnok into the glove of Pett. 12:08, 4-0 Prep.
And this Prep offense is just, again, never let off the gas. They've been keeping OPRF on their back foot.
Kept in by Wallach's, a really nice play. A fired shot soaked up by Pett. Leshnock was looking for a shot straight into the chest protector of Jason Pett.
And Pett's been having a great game tonight. He's made a lot of clutch saves for Prep, and that was just one of many saves he's had tonight.
Blocked away by Scorvia. Scorvia 2-on-0, dances in to the backhand. What a big save by Ruff. Simon Ruff with a great save. Stoning. Senior looking for another senior night goal. He comes up big to keep this a 4-0 game.
And again, like Ryan said, that was a huge save there for OPRF. Killed the momentum for Prep here, and maybe it's going to allow for OPRF to get some of their own momentum going.
Face-off won again by OPRF. That's 3 straight. It's fired around the board to Kirk. We're going to have an odd-man rush yet again for OPRF. On the backhand, can't find him. Now here's Lambert. Broke ahead with a breakaway. Yet again, in on the backhand. Another save by Ruff.
And again, even though he's let in 4 goals, Ruff has played very good this game. He's been overwhelmed, but that is 2 back-to-back 1-on-0 rushes by Prep that he has saved, and that has become very clutch for OPRF.
Interesting to see another face-off won by OPRF, their 4th straight, but it's kept in by Lamberg. Lamberg dances in to the right corner. He's going to find Beals. Beals' pass is going to miss. Comes out to Giordano. Giordano is going to skate back in his own defensive zone. Pass along the boards. Just misses Melikronakis, and Metric will just dump it back in. Giordano lets Jasinski go in after it. Jasinski fires across the boards, missing Beals, and Gilman will take it. Gilman passes along to his defensive partner, Leighton. Jenkins, another backhanded pass on to Kirk. Kirk trying to drop pass, misses as Melikronakis intercepts. Taken out by Lambert, pass is intercepted again by Leighton. Leighton dumps it into himself, takes a long wrist shot, blockered again, and the rebound is soaked up by Pett. 2 saves in quick succession there for Jason Pett.
And again, OPRF on offense has had plenty of opportunities to try and score on Pett, but they have just missed their opportunities. Pett's having a great game tonight. He's blocking a lot of their shots. He's blocking all of their shots, and he has not let off the gas here, and OPRF just cannot find a window to get that puck in there.
Leighton stripped of the puck by Coffey before a shot by Way Henrys, sticked away by Pett. Way Henrys has been all over there. Even as a defenseman, he's jumping in on the offensive rush. It's going to find to the blue line. Chip pass turned over. Here comes a 3-on-2 for Prep. Noss is going to skate in. Tries to dance around Leighton, but Leighton's skate was in the way. Dances. Blocked away. No stick for Noss. Noss left his stick down low. Puck is gonna knock off his loose stick before he picks it up. Fired back in around to Chand. On the backhand, a quick sharp stop. No one's going in for OPRF before finally. Now Way Henry's back with it on the backhand. Shot lost in a bit of traffic there. As now Kosovic will just flip it out of their own defensive zone. Wallach possesses now. To Friedman. Pass is whiffed on. Stick fired in off of Kosovic. It's going to be gloved by Pett. Albrecht hounded by 2 down low. Trying to reset behind his own net. He's going to find Jasinski. Fires it across. Kosovic again with it to Albrecht. Perhaps not been able to get it out of their own zone. Scorvia is going to pass it just out of the reach of Horcher. Horcher is going to go in for an aggressive forecheck, but just misses, gets his hands up a little high. Chand will try to hit Leshnock. Leshnock can't possess. Here comes Prep back on the attack. Dawson's going to skate in with speed. Sticked away down low by Jones. Jones fights against him. Comes to Gilman. Gilman's going to try to clear. Kept in by Jasinski for a brief second before Peel now. Peel trying to dance around Graziani. He does, but the puck just goes out of his reach. Still possessing now. Looking for a trailer man. Peel fired just off the side of the net.
Again, OPRF has just had plenty of opportunities here to score, especially in these last 2-3 minutes, but they have just not been able to finish. Great defense by Prep and great goalies by Pett.
Horcher's going to pass to Scorvia. Scorvia looked for Horcher again on the centering attempt, but it's intercepted in front of the crease. Here by Horcher. Now here's Melikranakis. Melikranakis dumps it back low to Beals. Beals tries a centering attempt. It's intercepted by Jenkins. Puck finds Graziani. Graziani's going to fire it behind his own net. It's going to come out to Gilman for OPRF. Gilman's long pass just misses Jenkins. Jenkins now fires it back low. Lane is going to dance around one. It's going to come out. A shot. He scores. OPRF gets one back.
And OPRF really needed that. They've had plenty of opportunities, and now they finally connect on one. This will be the start of momentum. Again, a little bit less than halfway, or a little bit more than halfway through the second period, and it's still anyone's ballgame here. But again, OPRF needs to look out. They have been outscored 81-75 in this third period. And so coming into the second half of the second period and in the third period a little bit later, they really need to put their feet on the gas and do not look back.
That's Henry Metric that got the goal. Don't know his stats off the top of our head. Now he's a 3-on-2 off a face-off win. Jenkins is going to take a fired shot that's going to hit the skate of Kosovic. Metric is going to try to dump it low. Good board battle there before it's finally brought away. Turned over to Layton. Metric now with it again. Referee falls down in the corner. Jenkins goes in after Albrecht. It's fired across to Kosovic. Kosovic's going to find Rozanski. Rozanski stripped of the and play is blown dead.
OPRF must have made some great adjustments because they have been attacking Prep on defense. They spent a lot of time on Prep's side of the ice, and it has been a hard-fought battle for Prep on defense. They've done a great job so far of it, but still a hard-fought battle here.
As Michael DeLay will get into the game as Prep heads to the man advantage for the first time tonight. Weston Kirk, I believe, is going to the box for a cross-checking call. Well, it's going to be your first time seeing this Prep power play at work.
It will, yes. I'm very excited to see what Prep can do here.
Very unusual as Way Henrys has been playing really good forechecking. Strips of the puck and goes in with a nice hit on Albrecht, and Albrecht is down and hurt. Albrecht got hit from behind, and he's limping off. Kosovic's going to let Albrecht get off the ice. Not something you want to see for this Prep squad, especially heading into the playoffs. Melikranakis is going to dance around Layton, trying to find a centering attempt. Nothing going. Now here comes OPRF. They're going to go for a shorthanded rush. Fired straight into the glove. Stick finds Beals. Beals fans on a pass. But no matter. Here comes Lamberg. Bursting into speed. He's going to fake a slap shot. Goes to the forehand. Dances around the net. Looking for a pass. He's going to walk to the point. Kosovic. He's going to pass it back to Lamberg. Lamberg's going to find Giordano. Giordano dances around McKenhughes. What a big one-timer save made by all alone, and he just fired it straight into the left pad of Simon Ruff.
With a little bit less than a minute left in this power play, OPRF is playing great defense here. Ruff with that amazing save, and they've been able to stave off this Prep power play here.
A little sloppier than I'm accustomed to seeing. Lots of clustered passes in front. Face off one by Prep. It's going to come to Giordano along the right point. Giordano's going to find Kosovic. Kosovic on the backhand throws it to Lamberg. Lamberg keeps it down low to Beals. Beals working in his office. Lamberg hounded down low. Man advantage for Prep. Trying to get something going here as the shot totals are at 14-11 in favor of Prep. Pass just out of the reach of Kosovic. Lane comes in, dumps it to Jenkins. Jenkins tries to kick it to his own stick. He can't. And Giordano now to recover. Giordano skates in. Saucer pass across to Kosovic. Kosovic's going to bounce it off the boards. Intercepted by Lane. Lost possession is Melikranakis now with it. Melikranakis' drop pass just misses. As the pass almost hits Peel straight off the bench. Icing is called. Peel is arguing the icing call.
Man, great defense there by Prep to hold off that power play great defense by OPRF to hold off that power play from Prep. Great job by Ruff with that one save. They almost got it in there, but he was able to save it. And that was amazing defense. That's what OPRF fans want to see. from their team to maybe try to come back into this game, maybe start a little comeback coming into the third period.
As OPRF is trying to do just that. Long saucer pass just out of the reach of Peel.
It'll be a 3-on-2 here.
Jenkins, drop pass. Doesn't go for the pass, he goes for the shot. They had a wide open man for a one-timer. Here comes Scorvia. Scorvia's already got one tonight, or looked for one tonight, but he was robbed. Porcher turns on a dime. Durazanski fires it off the crossbar from a tight angle. Peel is going to try to dance around Graziani. He can't. Scorvia is going to fire it straight into the face.
Graziani is going to lose his glove here.
Coffey now dances in, takes a shot, save made by Ruff.
They're saved there by Ruff there. And again, this prep offense has been electric. They've been attacking really hard here in the second period and in the first period as well. But OPRF has been able to withstand their attack. They've been able to hold. And with 3:28 left in this second period, going from 3 goals in that first period to 1 in the second one, it'll be interesting to see what is going to happen here for OPRF and prep.
That's the 4th crossbar of the night we've seen. This one from Hensley. Puck is sticked in front, loose, but Ruff is able to cover with the glove. Noss wasn't able to get a stick on it. Seen a couple.
Yes, yeah. And for OPRF's offense here, they have just had costly mistakes with that whiff by Jenkins.
Finally, OPRF's able to get it out as Gilman throws it across the way to Layton. Layton's trying to dance through one, fights off a big hip check from Kosovic. Ooh, big collision between Noss and Kirk. Whistle will be blown. It's going to be a boarding call going against Kirk. So Prep heads back to the power play. Second penalty of the night for Weston Kirk. He's going to get charged with a boarding.
And again, giving Prep that power play here with 2:53 left, they're going to have almost the rest of the second period to play with this power play, and that's going to be huge for Prep to see what they're going to do, and huge for OPRF to see how their defense is going to hold, especially with one of the best players, Kirk, being out right now in that power play box.
Yeah, speaking of Weston Kirk, he's played decent for this squad. Got 13 goals and 9 assists on the season. This Prep power play gets back to work here. Face-off won by Melikranakis to Albrecht. Albrecht works the blue line, finds Melikranakis again. Melikranakis is going to work to Beals. Beals out in front, save made by Ruff.
Huge save there by Ruff. And again, during these power plays, he has been amazing on the saves. He's been able to stop Prep from getting any momentum on these power plays, and it's been huge for OPRF.
Face-off tied up, won by Lamberg. Lamberg finds Kosovic. Kosovic works the blue line. Wrist shot can't make its way through. Melikranakis back out to Lamberg. Lamberg finds Kosovic along the point. Kosovic fires to Melikranakis. Melikranakis pass just out of the reach of Beals. So OPRF is able to clear for the first. Oh, no, it's kept in nicely by Kosovic. It's going to find Lamberg, who just misses. Lamberg dumps it with one hand to Albrecht. As here's Lamberg again. One-timer misses. Couldn't get all of his stick on that one. Kosovic back to Lamberg. Lamberg to Melikranakis to Beals. On the back end between the legs. Shot blocked away by Ruff. Now Beals again. Beals dancing. Saucer pass across to Kosovic. Kosovic works the blue line for dumping it along the right circle to Lamberg. Lamberg, hard shot. Save made by Ruff. Wraparound attempt. Save again by Melikranakis. Shot by Melikranakis. Save by Ruff. As Ruff is down and play is blown dead.
And, I mean, what a series there by Ruff on this possession. He has just done an amazing job blocking so many shots. Again, the OPRF defense could not clear it out, but Ruff is
to stay in. Looks like Ruff just got knocked in the head, and he will stay in the game.
That's a huge sight for OPRF fans to see, because Ruff has been, even though he's let in 4 goals, he has been very good in some saves. especially during the second period. He's had some amazing saves, especially during power plays.
It's going to be a goal or not. It should be a goal for Malikanakis. Net came loose after Ruff lost his stick. Or they're going to blow the play dead. Trying to take a look at this replay here. What transpired. I don't know why they blew the whistle. The net was on its mooring. 18 seconds left here on the power play. Albrecht back in the game after taking that scary collision down low. He's going to hit a stretched outlet pass to Malikanakis. He's going to find back to Lamberg. Lamberg skating along the left wing boards. Dances around one. Goes behind the net. Albrecht back at the blue line. Has all sorts of time to work with. His hot pass misses Beal's stick. Beal's pass to Malikanakis is hounded in low. Malikanakis dumps it back down to Noss. Noss on the man advantage unit. Before he's stripped of the puck by Wallix, before Beals dances around one, takes a firing pass just out of the reach of Noss. Puck battle in the left corner. And it looks like Gilman is going to end up away with it. He's going to fire it down out past the stretch stick of Peel. Icing is called right after the penalty expires. With 16.9 here to go in the second period. Prep's got the 4-1 advantage. Faceoff will come down to the left of Ruff.
And Prep's been taking, they've been attacking very hard in these last 3-4 minutes. It's been mostly an OPRF side of the ice, but OPRF's done a great job at defense here.
Giordano doesn't pinch up on the play. McConville is back in the game. Looks like his skate's been fixed. Jenkins dances around one check. Has a spinning backhand shot that's turned aside by Delay. I believe that might be Delay's first save of the game since coming in, as the period will come to a close. Well, we'll go away for a short period of time here as the ice gets resurfaced. Once again, I'm Ryan Contreras-Betts alongside Adam Griesel. We'll be back with the third period of hockey right after this. And welcome back for the third period here at the Nicholas Sportsplex here in Mount Prospect, Illinois. Yet again, I'm Ryan Contreras-Betts alongside Adam Griesel. First two periods of hockey were high intensity. Prep got out to an early 4-0 lead before Henry Metrick was able to get one back for OPRF. Here, as we talk about, it is senior night. As we take a peek down at the prep student section, they're beginning to stand up in salute of their seniors for their final period of regular season hockey. Of course, prep is the first seed in the IHSHL North Central Division, so they should get a couple of playoff games in. They are widely considered to be favorites to win the championship for the second consecutive year.
It is great to see that the students are coming out to the sport. They're all from different schools, Prospect, Roy Meadows, Elk Grove, and they're all coming out here to support their friends, their classmates. It's great to see.
Well, we might have a special surprise for you as Luke Jordan, our normal play-by-play man, has arrived. We might try to convince him to hop on the mic for a couple of seconds, just say hello to you all. In fact, we're going to do that right now. He's going to say a little quick hello to all of you fans.
Oh, I'm getting thrown on the spot here. What's up, guys? How we doing? You guys probably didn't hear me from that type, but now you can hear from my voice. This is Luke Jordan. I'm just stopping by, but Ryan still got the duties of play-by-play. Doing a good job. Give him some love. But anyways, I just got here from the Chicago Crush game. They just won 7-1 against the Decatur Blaze. And let's just say I played OPRF for our senior night, and I don't like them, so go prep.
Great insight, as always, from our good pal and normal play-by-play man, Luke Jordan. It's very nice to see Luke. He just came back from a Chicago Crush game, as we were mentioning. Adam, I know, that's Luke.
Yep.
He normally does all of our good stuff. As the third period begins, here comes Jenkins. Jenkins fires it across. Shot on hits the post. Wow, this third period starts out with a rush. Wallach fires one off the left post. Puck battle on the left boards, a little obstructed by the students. Puck comes out from front. Lamberg's going to find Beals. Beals is going to streak in across center ice. Melikernakis now intercepts the puck. Lamberg finds Beals. Beals, with his fresh ice, loses the puck. So here comes Jenkins. Jenkins bursting into speed along the left wing boards. Tries to dance in around the forehand. Sticked away by Delay. Puck kept in at the blue line before it's dumped back in. Giordano to get it. Jenkins trying to tip it around Giordano before Giordano picks it back up with his glove. Kept in at the blue line by Layton. Layton fires a shot just wide of Delay. Wallach now flips it in low before it's sticked aside.
Yeah, OPRF out here coming very aggressive. They are being very aggressive here in the start of this third period, and it is because they're down 3 points here. They really need to start getting some scoring here, and especially because they're outscored in the third period 81-75, so it's going to be interesting to see how OPRF is going to deal with adversity here down 3 with 13 and a half minutes left to go in this game.
Absolutely, Adam. As near here's Metrick. Metrick, the only goal scorer for OPRF, fires it just wide of the net. It's going to come all the way out to Noss near the center ice. Tries to flip it in as Jones dumps it in around to Metrick. Metrick's blocked off by two prep defenders. Kosovic pins it against the boards. He's stepping on the puck before finally Rozanski's able to come out with it. Rozanski's blocked away by Wallach. Wallach pins him to the boards. Rozanski hounded as it comes to Noss. Noss all alone in front. He fires it just wide of the net. As Albrecht now picks up the loose change, trying to dance around Lehman. He can't. Puck barely kept in at the blue line by Kosovic. Kosovic finds Rozanski. One-timer, he scores! Ryan Noss gets the goal, and it's 5-1 prep with 12:40 to go here in the third period.
That might be the final strike there for OPRF. Down 4 with 12:40 left to go here in the game. That's going to be a very tough mountain to climb, but we'll see if they can do it. And Prep, after that first couple minutes by OPRF being aggressive. They came on the counterattack. They played very aggressive here, and it paid off with Rosansky getting a goal, making it 5-1 Prep.
Ryan Noss with his 11th goal of the season as Prep extends their advantage. Big hit from 2 OPRF defenders. Now here comes Albrecht. Albrecht hits a streaking Scorvia across the left wing boards. One-time attempt, hits the netting and out of play. Face-off is going to come to the right of Ruff.
And this defense by OPRF has not been showing so far in this third period. Right now, they've let in already 1 goal, and they just have not been. They've let Prep into their territory too much, and they just need to get them out of there.
Long wrist shot was sticked away by Delay. As now here comes Prep on the attack. Odd man rush. 3-on-2. Albrecht bursting in with speed. Dances around one. Goes to the backhand, but fires it just high. Into the netting and out of play. Face-off will come to the right of Ruff.
And a lot of opportunities here for Prep so far. They've already connected on 1. It's going to be interesting to see if they can connect on some more. But, again, OPRF's defense really needs to step up here if they want to have any shot at trying to come back in this game.
Jenkins is going to lose another face-off. He's struggled with the face-off dot so far here tonight. Leighton into cover. Chips it around. Blocked aside by Melikranakis, who fans on a shot. Now here's Jenkins. Only man with him is Kirk. Jenkins is going to take a shot. Sticked away by Delay. Jenkins picks up his own rebound. Comes out to McConnell. McConnell sticked away as here comes Prep back on the attack. Another developing odd man rush. Melikranakis on the backhand. Goes for the centering attempt. Just misses Lambert. Kirk's pass is intercepted by Jasinski. As Melikranakis now dumps it back to Beals. Beals, centering attempt is blocked away. McConville chips it around 1. And now it comes out to Kirk. Kirk has McConville. Loses an edge. Loses the puck. Here comes Jenkins, takes a shot, sticked away by Giordano. Giordano had a nice shot block there.
And the handle here by the OPRF offense has not been very good. McConville with a whip on an earlier possession, and then again with OPRF kind of losing the puck there, being able to recover but still losing it on the boards. Not good for OPRF's offense if they want to have any chance of coming back here.
A really nice save again by Simon Ruff on a one-timer. With the right pad. He's made a few really nice pad saves so far here tonight as OPRF has a little bit of offensive zone pressure. Kirk is going to try to chip it around Kosovic. He can't. He's going to find to the blue line to Wallix. Wallix is going to dance around Lamberg. Goes to the backhand, tries to pass it along to Kirk. Kirk's pass in front is soaked up by Delay as there's a scrum in front of the net.
The fans are loving it.
Lots of shoving and pushing. Kosovic, all the seniors are going in. Looks like the seniors are trying to get their money worth here in this last regular season game. Obviously, high school students are going to love a little bit of pushing and shoving.
Trying to create a little more excitement out of this prep-heavy 5-1 blowout.
Looks like we're going to get some penalties here. Looks like that entire Prep first line might be heading to the box, minus Melikranakis. So we'll have to wait what calls we can see. I believe OPRF will head to the power play. There'll be some roughing calls. I'm sure of it. So OPRF has a chance to maybe get somewhat back into this game with 10:22 to go.
Yes, definitely. This is the break that OPRF really needed here. Going into a power play, there's still plenty of time left to play here, and especially with 2 of the Prep starters out, it could be a very big advantage for OPRF to maybe try to get some goals here and try to cut into that Prep lead.
So Lamberg will head to the box. I believe he's getting the only non-offsetting roughing call. After he jumped in, the referee pulled him away from the pile. He jumped in pretty late into that scrum. I know Luke over there, he was nodding his head watching it. We're saying all good things about him here.
Yes, yeah, and really unfortunate here for Prep. because that might be very costly depending on how the OPRF offense plays here in these 2 power play minutes.
Trying to see who's going to the box. I believe that is going to be McConville heading to the box. Or, no, it's going to be Way Henry's possibly? I can't tell. Prep's going to dump it down low after a quick face-off win. Ruff out to play it and dumps it across to Wallachs. Wallachs waits for the trailer man and Jenkins to dump in with his own rush. Finds Kirk. Kirk dances along the right wing boards. Goes to the corner. Hounded there by Graziani. Peel comes in to help with an assist. Flips it back to Jenkins. Jenkins to the point to Wallachs. Wallachs fires across to Way Henry's. Whatever hits the post. We've had another post hit here tonight. A wicked wrist shot off the post. Puck comes out of the zone. Wallachs back to recover. Wallachs now to Jenkins. Jenkins fires it across the boards. It'll hit McConville. McConville will take a shot in. Save made by Delay.
And then that's 2 shots that OPRF had. Maybe if a little bit more, a little bit more things go their way, they might be 5-2 here. But unfortunately for them, they just could not get any leverage there. Again, Way Henry hitting the bar, very unfortunate. And nothing so far coming out of that first minute of power play for OPRF.
Wallachs has got to be careful. Beals is coming in with speed. He's known for his short-handed offensive capabilities, but they're able to come away with it. Here comes McConville. He's going to toe drag around Jasinski. Loses possession of the puck for a brief moment. He's going to come out to Wallachs. Wallachs' wrist shot is blocked away by Melikranakis as here comes Kirk. Now Peel trying to fight through 2 Prep players. He can't. He's going to fire the length of the ice by Melikranakis into the left boards. Wallachs now to recover. Wallachs, look out. He's hounded by Matt Mel. But it's chipped out. No urgency from this OPRF power play, kind of letting loose pucks dance in. Turnover there to Melikranakis. As he's going to try to find Beals. He can't. Sticked away by Jenkins. Jenkins whiffs on another pass. We've seen a few of that here tonight. McConville is going to take a wrist shot, but it's sticked away. Melikranakis not able to clear. Power play time just about over here. And it is. Back to even strength now. Melikranakis dances around Metric. Skates around Peel. Loses an edge. Jenkins now loses the puck to Lamberg. Lamberg's going to flip it into the right boards.
And that was a huge missed opportunity there by OPRF. They had a power play with 2 of the better Prep players out, but just could not do anything. Shout out to Prep's defense there for holding that, but OPRF not what they were looking for.
Really nice dance move, shot, blocker, save by Ruff. A really, really nice move down there by Dominic Graziani to get around 2 OPRF defenders. 7:39 here to go in the 3rd period of play. 5-1 in favor of Prep. Prep's got a 21-15 shots on goal advantage. Porcher fights against Metric. Metric goal. Here's Leshnock. Leshnock dances in, tries to fling a backhander that goes wide. Graziani chases after it, flips it out of the zone. Here's Gilman. Gilman fires the puck across, hits Leshnock in the tape.
Nothing coming here for OPRF's offense. They just cannot get anything going against this stout Prep defense. And Prep's going to come on a counterattack here.
Really interesting. We've seen a lot more of Prep's 2nd and 3rd lines get out here tonight. Normally we see a dominance of that 1st line, especially for senior night. But, they scored their quick 4 goals, and they're really spreading the wealth of play out. Just misses Scorvia. Kept in by Layton. Lane goes in after Kosovic, and Lane dances around to win the puck. Really sloppy line change from OPRF, not getting any offensive zone replacements. Layton's shoved off the puck. Doesn't like that, a really odd line change. Layton's gonna come in, shot soaked up by Delay. Michael Delay with another save.
more than half of this third period is over, and OPRF has just been doing nothing on offense. They have no sense of urgency. They have not been getting a lot of shots on goal. There have been a couple, like Way Henry's crossbar shot, but not many, and it's just been showing they have not been able to generate anything besides that metric goal in that second period.
Comes out to Dawson. Dawson loses the puck to McConville. McConville rings it around the boards as Albrecht for Prep goes in to recover. Little tip pass kept in. We've seen a nice few keep-ins. Now here's Jenkins. Jenkins tries to tip it in front to McConville, but Delay goes out to play the puck. Jenkins tries to tip it around Kosovic. He can't, and now Noss comes out with it before Jenkins strips him of the puck. Kind of lost in the left corner. Sightline's a little obstructed as Albrecht comes free with the puck and fires it to Dawson. Dawson skates around one with a nice move. Rozanski finds Noss in front, tries a centering attempt, but no one was home as McConville now trying to skate around Kosovic, who lays a nice body check on him. OPRF goes off for a change as Rozanski skates in hard, trying to find Noss. One-timer, sticked away. Really nice stick by Layton to get into that shot lane. Puck goes all the way down to the Prep zone. Loses an edge. No whistle up. Peel, known has 101 penalty minutes this season, as we mentioned in the pregame. Almost got a tripping call there. Puck fired in low as Gilman goes to recover with 4:54 here to go in the third period. Intercepted by Melikranakis. Dances around on the backhand. Fires. Save made by Ruff. Comes to Peel before Jasinski knocks it away. And now here comes Leshnok. Leshnok has no one to pass to as the puck is deflected away.
This will be a fast break here for Melikranakis and Prep here.
Lambert's shot is fired just wide. Kicked into the glove of Simon Ruff. The Prep student section is quite disappointed with a missed call, potentially. Someone just tossed a fat head onto the ice from the student section.
And OPRF, again, they've had plenty of opportunities to try and drive and score here, cut into the Prep's lead, but they just have not been able to get any opportunities going into this, and they've just not been able to finish in this third period.
Faceoff takes a weird hop straight into the glove of Ruff, as it looks like Way Henry's took a faceoff. He's listed as a defenseman on our roster. He seemed to be on that defensive pairing to start the game, and he's really moved into a forward role as the game's progressed. Puck goes into the right corner. Lamberg's going to dump it to Melikranakis. Melikranakis trying to skate around Friedman. Shakes off a check as Beals looks for a wraparound. He's going to do a saucer pass out down low to Giordano. Giordano back to Beals, I should say. Friedman trying to chip it. Lamberg dances near the left face-off circle. Fires it to Beals. Beals is going to flip it down low to Melikranakis. Melikranakis hounded there by Peel. Lots of slashes. As it looks like they're just playing catch out here. I mean, this first line is known for their really good puck possession and known for being highly skilled. Puck comes all the way down to Jasinski on a nice pass from Delay. Friedman goes in, loses the puck again.
This OPRF defense has just not been able to do anything against Prep's offense, and their first line just been struggling all night, and it's shown in this third period as they've barely had any time on Prep's side of the ice.
Absolutely his metric. Yet again, we're going to mention that he's the only goal scorer for this OPRF squad. Puck finds Jasinski. He's going to flip it to Melikranakis, who's going to chip it in on goal. Wallachs now goes to play it with 2:50 here to go in this third period. Jenkins trying to dance around, can't. He's hit off the puck, a big hit by Scorvia, and a penalty will be called.
And Jenkins got doubled up there, tough situation for him, but he's going to really like that penalty, and it's going to be OPRF's last shot here in their power play to kind of cut into their lead, maybe try to get a comeback here in these last 2:42. May sound very steep, but anything is possible here. We'll see what OPRF can do on their power play.
It's going to be an interference called to Scorvia. As here comes a breakout for Horcher. Horcher's going to fire one. Blockered away by Ruff. He had a really nice speed on that one. Faceoff's going to come to the left of Ruff. 2:32 to here in the third period.
And OPRF, again, has, after that goal by Metric, not really been able to cash in on any opportunities, and really not really as much opportunities as in the first half of that second period. Prep's defense has been very stout that second half of the second period and all the way into this third period, and it's been just something that OPRF could not get around today.
Timeout was called there by the OPRF coach. You know, down 4, obviously you got to try to get something going here on the power play. This prep student section has got to be loving their senior night victory, it seems, on the way.
And I think we might see Ruff being pulled here for another extra attacker. Looks like we're not.
Yeah, faceoff's going to be to the left of Ruff after the really nice save he made with the blocker on Horcher's shorthanded opportunity. This has been a very interesting game to watch. Both teams have been sloppy. I mean, and that's weird to say about Prep, who's got 5 goals, to say they've been sloppy. They haven't seemed on their best. They seem to be just playing fun hockey, trying to go for some skill moves. As the puck comes to Peel, Peel makes a nice spin on the backhand before he's rocked in low with a nice body check. That'll get the Prep students happy. Albrecht's going to flip it around 1, kept in by McConville. And Albrecht is able to clear.
And again, yeah, like you were saying, Ryan, both teams just committing a lot of turnovers, a lot of mental errors here. But for OPRF, Prep's just been able to take advantage of them.
Jenkins now, leading goal scorer and point skidder for this OPRF squad. He's going to try to pass to Wallix. Wallix dances it along left wing boards, dances it to Kirk. Kirk is stepped into by Albrecht. Kosovic's going to ring it around the boards. Big collision down low. No penalty called. Kept in at the blue line still by McConville before it's taken away.
It's going to be a 2-on-2 here for Prep.
Rozanski can't find Noss as the puck comes now to Jenkins. Jenkins skates in, tries to dance around Jasinski. He can't. Puck down in low to the left corner. Puck comes out to Wallix along the left point. He's going to dump it around the boards. Before it's cleared out, just missing Rozanski's stick, who could have had a breakaway opportunity. Under a minute to go here in the third period. Pass goes through the legs. It's going to hit the backhand of Peel. Peel can't find a shot. Wallix now. Great diving stop by Noss. And Noss is going to tip it out of the zone.
And that's the OPRF power play there. They've had a couple of power plays during this game. They just have not been able to do anything.
Well, as the final 30 seconds wind down here in this third period, OPRF trying to get maybe one more. And so is Prep. Beals tries to tip it to Lamberg. Could have had a 2-on-1. Nothing going. With 15 to go here, OPRF probably heads in on their last rush. He's just going to dump it in to Delay. Delay is going to fling it to Kosovic. Kosovic finds Jasinski. Jasinski passes it to Beals as time will expire. Prep takes this one by a final score of 5-1 here. As senior night for Prep ends. 4 seniors scored tonight. Possibly 5. We don't know who was given credit on that deflected goal in that second period. But for this Prep squad, a great way to end their regular season with a convincing 5-1 win. And as you're saying, this wasn't Prep's best game.
No, it wasn't. It's definitely, they played sloppy. They had a lot of turnovers. And going into the playoffs, they're going to be facing some tough opponents, and they really got to focus on keeping their game clean, keeping the mental errors to a minimum, and trying to play some good hockey out there.
Well, as the teams go through their handshake line for a lot of these seniors, you know, it's one of their last few times doing it here. Obviously, they'll have a few more playoff games to go to.
Yeah.
As we've had a good game. For myself, I would like to say I probably didn't have my best game on the call, but Adam stepped in kind of last minute. This is his first broadcast here for a hockey game.
Yes, yeah.
I think he did phenomenal.
Thank you, Ryan.
So I'm very appreciative of his work here tonight. As we're going to sign off here from the Nicholas Sportsplex, I'm Ryan Contreras-Betts alongside Adam Griesel. Thanks for tuning in, and have yourself a great rest of your weekend.